Going on? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. And we're talking about Carmelo Anthony. We're talking about the deadly track meet stabbing, a tragic incident that took place in Fort Worth, Texas. A lot of what I'm about to say may be an unpopular opinion to some, but I don't really care because I'm going right down the middle and we're talking about the law right now. We're talking about the law right now. We're not talking about people with political agendas. We're not talking about people who are spinning narratives. Nah, we're talking about the rules and regulations that govern the state of Texas. That's what we're talking about right now. And I'm going to tell you precisely what's going on here, and you're going to gain a greater understanding of how things should be in this situation. Now, for those who are unfamiliar of what took place, unfortunately, Carmelo Anthony, a young athlete as well as an honor roll student, got into an altercation with another promising athlete, an honor roll student. And in this dispute, Carmelo ended up claiming the life of Austin McCaff. Now, what a lot of people fail to realize is that Austin McCaff was the one who first approached Carmelo. And the state of Texas is a stand your ground state. That means you can stand your ground. Mind you, Austin McCaff is around 6'1", 190 something pounds. So is his brother. Carmelo is around 140 pounds. And he was in an area that he was actually, come to find out, authorized to be in, meaning he could be in the tent he wanted to sit in. He was where he needed to be, or where he wanted to be, rather. Now, when it comes to stand your law ground in the state of Texas, you can stand your ground. All right. Now, he was approached first by all accords, by all witnesses. What ended up taking place is somebody threw a blow, somebody attempted to grab him and put hands on him. In that situation, we don't know how frightened that this young man was. We don't know, what the situation was. We don't know if it was a punch thrown, which some people are saying that. Now, I want you to keep in mind, Carmelo is an honor roll student who saved a child from drowning when he was 14 years old. All evidence point to this young man not having any behavior like this, right? There's no behavior like this coming from this young man. Now, y'all got to put all this into perspective. Put all this into perspective. Why his bond should be reduced. His bond should be reduced. Now, even afterwards, when he did the stabbing, he didn't continually stab the young man. No, he did what he did and he got out of there, and he even checked on the welfare of Austin and said, hey, is he okay? So I want you to imagine you are sitting in the area, two people are confronting you, perhaps more. They're physically bigger than you. They're coming at you. You do your poke, you get up out of there. You just trying to get away. So more than likely, he was under distress. Now, people say, well, why he bring a knife to school? Listen, people carry knives all the time. Young men carry knives all the time. You don't know his living situation. You don't know what neighborhood he's from. You don't know what he had to walk home and endure. You don't know why he had a knife, but nonetheless, he had it. The question is, why does the little old lady got a gun? Why does the little old lady got a knife? It's down south. You're in Texas. So let's make this clear. This is what's going on right now. The lawyer of Karmelo Anthony is attempting to now get bail, get a bond reduction.
Anothony will be facing off with Collin County prosecutors. That's going to happen Monday morning in a courtroom. They hope to convince a judge that the 17-year-old who was accused of fatally stabbing another student during a track meet last week is entitled to a reduction of his current $1 million bond.
He is entitled to a reduction. We're talking about $1 million. $1 million bond. No, it's self-defense. It shouldn't be a $1 million bond for an honor roll student who is screaming self-defense in a stand your ground state. When it comes to these type of laws, you got to understand, he's seen a threat. And in Texas, it's in the eye of the beholder. Did you see a threat? They had a size advantage on him. They was approaching him. People are saying that there was a punch thrown. He showed all the behavior of someone who was just trying to get out of the situation. So no, he shouldn't have a $1 million bond. And you know what? His bond is already covered. He technically can get out because at $1 million, you only have to pay 10%, and they've already fundraised over $170,000. So not only should he be able to post bond, but he should have something extra to pay his lawyer and actually beat the case. He should actually beat this case. If you want to be real about it, this case, he has a good chance of beating it. He really does. And they saying he's well over 300K now. Well, guess what? He's going to end up posting bond regardless if they reduce it or not, and they should reduce it. He's going to end up posting bond and winning this case. Let's go.
Anthony's lawyers also visited the track where the stabbing happened today, and they did that, they tell us, to help prepare for the hearing. And only our J.D. Miles was there with them. Attorneys Kim T. Cole and Billy Clark walked through Kirkendall Stadium Thursday, gathering evidence and surveying what last Wednesday morning was a Frisco police crime scene. An altercation between two high school track athletes led to a stabbing that resulted in one dead and another charged with murder.
We just really want to get in our clients' shoes and see what the environment was like. I know it's a beautiful day today. It wasn't anything like it was on April 2nd, but...
Exactly. It was raining outside. You know what I'm saying? Those guys approached him. You know, it is what it is. And this is, listen, I'm going to say this right now. I am upset that Austin lost his life in that situation. Nobody is happy that that took place. But what I'm trying to say here is this was self-defense. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, in a stand your ground state, if this was a white student, let's just keep it a buck right now. Let's just keep it a buck. And the tides was on the other end. If the shoe was on the other foot, he would have posted bond at a very low rate. And it would have been, make no mistake about it, it would have been self-defense. That's 100%. It would have been self-defense. I'm telling y'all. Now, people upset about this. I know people are going to, you know, say what they say. I get it. But let's go.
We want to see what it was, what he was going through. Just kind of get an idea of, you know, what he saw, what it looked like.
Anthony's attorneys urge the public to avoid rushing to judgment and assuming their client is guilty.
We're still praying for the family, and we also want to ensure that justice is served equally. So that's what we're hoping for.
Anthony claims he stabbed Austin Metcalf in self-defense. His attorneys say their first priority is getting the 17-year-old who's been in the Collin County jail for more than a week released on bond.
And he should be released. And he admitted what he did. He said it was self-defense. He said it was self-defense. Now, in a stand your ground state, Who are we to say that this young man was not threatened? We're talking about two young men that are 6'1", 190 pounds, a young black man that's 140 pounds being pretty much bullied. And we're not saying that that's the issue, but I'm saying that he has a fair case. I'm saying that he has a fair chance of actually beating this case. It was raining outside. He was approached. If they laid hands on him, if they were violent towards him, who are we to say what stand your ground is? Why? You know, when it's our people that actually stand our ground, it's a problem. Somebody said, tell the coach. How you going to tell the coach when you getting attacked? Scream for help? No. See, this is what I'm talking about. When anytime we stand our ground, it's a problem. Anytime we defend ourselves, it's a problem. This young man was an honor roll student. He has he literally has no prior behavior of any of this. No prior behavior of any of this. So all them people talking about is premeditated, that's nonsense. There's nothing premeditated about what he did. He was approached and he defended himself. More than likely, the young man was terrified being approached by these other kids from the opposing team. Ain't none of this premeditated. He didn't go to no track meet saying that he was going to kill nobody. Matter of fact, when it happened, in the police report, it says that he asked, man, is he alive? He felt remorse. He felt remorse for the death of Austin. That's not somebody who came to school with a knife planning to do something to somebody. We don't know the knife. He could have kept that knife on him because it was a hunter knife. This is Texas we talking about. This is Texas we talking about. And it's stand your ground there. So I know a lot of people are upset right now. It's okay. But white supremacy is not going to be able to tell us what stand your ground is when it comes to our people, if they're under duress and under attack. And his bond should be lowered. He should get a bond reduction.
Our next big step is Monday. So
look, the book of Kenny says, I'm in Texas. We all carry knives around here. Exactly.
But he's doing as best as he can under the circumstances.
Part of what they hope will convince the...
For the person that keeps posting, thou shalt not kill, the real translation would be thou shalt not murder. If somebody is dashing your head across the stone, or if somebody breaks into your house, if somebody tries to violate you, are you telling me you're not going to get rid of the threat? And I believe that's what he did. I believe the young man got rid of the threat. I believe he was afraid. I believe he was attacked. And I believe he neutralized the threat. And it ain't about race. It ain't about race. If this was two quote unquote black kids that did the same thing to a young white student, approached them with any type of any physicality whatsoever, and something happened, then I would say the same thing. It was a threat, and the threat was neutralized. In a state where you can do that, you can neutralize a threat and stand your ground. We're not finna let these people move the envelope every time we stand our ground. Anytime it's us, somebody always want to move the envelope. Nah, we're not going for that. Let's go.
Judge to lower the bond is their client's young age and his lack of any previous criminal history. Meanwhile, the church which hosted a vigil for Austin Metcalf has had to curtail student activities because of online security threats. Both the victims and the suspects' families also report receiving online harassment and threats. In one case, a fake 911 call sent police to their home. In a statement to CBS News Texas, Frisco's police chief tells us online threats of violence...
Now, listen, I said many times, I don't like the fact that Austin McCabe lost his life. I think it's unfortunate. I wish it was another way that this young man could have got the threat off him. I wish it was another way. I wish it was another way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see a young man with a promising career lose his life. I don't want to see that. But nonetheless, this is what happened. And another life shouldn't be thrown away if this young man was defending himself. Plain and simple. Like I said, I'm about gloves up, guns down. I'm about people going here squaring up, getting it out the way. But we do not know what type of situation this was. It could have been some real issues going on where he had to defend himself. Because let's make it clear, it wouldn't have been no fair fight. He was outnumbered and he was outsized. It's unfortunate that he pulled out a knife and did what he did, but maybe that's the only way he can get out of it. Them some big guys.
Towards any person, business, school, or church are criminal offenses and will be investigated. Making false statements to cause alarm or emergency response is criminal and will also be investigated. Those responsible could...
Like, I'm looking at some of the comments. Somebody said, nah, plenty of people get jumped, survive being jumped. Yeah, and plenty of people don't. So are you telling me that he should have got jumped? Is that what you're saying? He should have just been, these guys should have just been able to jump on him, dash his head across the stone, beat the brakes off of him, perhaps not even let him up in an area of the track meet where nobody was around. And that's why the lawyer is doing a walkthrough to see how isolated the area is, what type of atmosphere the young man was in. So for the person who said that, that's not a good thing. Somebody said, and not be a murdering coward. Well, it ain't murdering if you're defending yourself. It's called self-defense. It's called stand your ground. That's what they got going on in Texas. Stand your ground. Meaning if you walk up to me in the streets and I got a knife, if I got a machete on me, see, I'm not going to let y'all dictate what stand your ground is when it come to usins. Nah. They don't like that. They don't like us taking an authoritative position on anything. I know I'm a ruffle your feathers. You don't like it. But if I got a machete on me and you come at me sideways and you trying to put your hands on me, I'm cutting your head off in Texas. I'm cutting your head off in Texas because you ain't got no business putting your hands on me. You don't put your hands on me, then I won't knock your head off. How about that? How about that for self-defense? Oh, y'all don't like that. Oh, I know all of the Uncle Toms. I know. I know. All the Uncle Ruckuses, they mad because we authoritative and we not finna let nobody just play with us. I know, I get it. You don't put your hands on me. I'm a smaller dude. I had every right to be sitting where I'm sitting. Honor roll student or not, star athlete or not, you don't put your hands on me. Now you can feel how you want to feel about that. Because guess what? When it's those folks over there, they can stand their ground. When it's those folks over there, they Second Amendment get used like it ain't nothing. He should have never even been charged with murder when he screamed self-defense. He said they attacked him. He made it clear as day. Look, they attacked me. That boy didn't go to school looking to murder nobody. Why would an honor roll student who saved a kid from drowning, an athlete? Y'all keep talking about how Austin had a promising future. You trying to say Karmelo didn't have a promising future? He had a promising future too. Now, I wish that he would have been able to just use those fists. But it ain't always that type of situation. Another person, why bring a knife to school? Why does anybody carry knives? Why do you carry a knife to your mailbox? Why does the old lady carry a gun? To protect herself. Could have been a hunting knife. This is Texas we talking about. Stand your ground, Texas. And it was a track meet. But when he stands his ground, he's a thug. You see that? When Karmelo stands his ground, y'all label him a thug. Nah, I don't see that. And he should beat the case. If that lawyer really surveys the area, surveys what happened, the mentality that young Karmelo had to be in, then he should beat that case. There's been enough money fundraised for Karmelo to post bail, and it's enough money to pay the lawyers. And I know a lot of these damn devils out here gonna be upset when Karmelo walk. They're gonna be upset. They're gonna be livid. They're gonna have so much animosity. They're gonna have so much animosity because y'all calling him a murderer. I'm saying I believe he defended himself. That's just my personal belief. You can't tell me a young man with no type of record, no type of trouble, honor roll student, got nothing but good rapport on himself. You can't tell me. And then they just removed his GoFundMe. Why? You know why they removed his GoFundMe? Because they know that money gonna get him out of this trouble. That means his people rally behind him to make sure that he gonna get out of this trouble. And people upset about that. Boy defended himself.
Scene. An altercation between two high school track athletes led to a stabbing that resulted in one dead and another charged with murder.
I'm not happy about Austin being killed in this situation. I'm not happy about that at all. But if this young man say he was defending himself, he has the right to a fair trial, and he has a right to a lower bond. He should get a lower bond. That ain't murder. If you in there, you where you supposed to be, somebody approach you and they put their hands on you. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. Listen, let me explain this to you. Y'all understand the law. They trying to tell you, they trying to put parameters on stand your ground when it's a young black kid, right? No, the law is this. If you put your hands on me, I can execute you. In Texas, if you put your hands on me, I can end you. That's the law. Guess who approached who first? And guess what? Guess how we know this? Because the eyewitnesses said so. 2 eyewitnesses, including Austin McCaff's brother. He said that, we approached him and, some words was exchanged, and then, it was some physical altercation. And yeah, what it was y'all thought y'all can put y'all hands on him. He threw a quick poke and ran because he just wanted to survive. He just wanted to survive. He seen how big y'all was. He seen that y'all was going to play with him. He threw a quick poke. He didn't sit there and carve him up. No, he threw a poke and he ran. You know why? Because he was just trying to get out of there. That's somebody who's scared. Somebody said no impulse control typical. Okay, so I guess he was supposed to get stomped out and dragged no, listen, this is what you don't understand. Once you put your hands on somebody, you don't know what somebody is going to do. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. When you put your hands on anybody, you don't know what that person's reaction is going to be. You could say he was scary. You could say whatever you want to say. But I say it's stand your ground. It's protection. It's protecting himself. Keep your hands to yourself. I'm sitting in the wrong area. And it's crazy because y'all say he should have screamed for help. No, they should have screamed for help if he was sitting in the wrong area. Why they didn't go get the coach? Why didn't you say, all right, man, leave this man alone. Don't put your hands on him. Let's go get the coach. Let's go get security. Hey, security, he's in the wrong place. Nah, but y'all thought y'all can put your hands on him. And then, something unfortunate took place. That's just what it is. I'd rather use some fists. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
We want to get in our clients' shoes and see what the environment was like.
So he's about to get in his client's shoes to see what the environment was like.
I know it's a beautiful day today. It wasn't anything like it was on April 2nd, but we want to see what it was, what he was going through, just kind of get an idea of, what he saw, what it looked like.
Anthony's attorneys urge the public to avoid rushing to judgment and assuming their client is guilty.
We're still praying for the family, and we also want to ensure that justice is served equally.
Man, now look, he got that GoFundMe. Listen, if the lawyer ain't talking right, I'm putting some hope in you, lawyer. You got to do your thing. You got to do your thing. Now, I'm putting some hope in you, right? But I'm going to say this to the family. If he ain't talking about winning this case with the GoFundMe money y'all got to put towards this, if he ain't talking about winning the case, y'all get another lawyer. Y'all get another lawyer. That's how I feel about it. If he ain't talking about winning, hey, I'm going to win this case for you. Go get another lawyer. Telling you.
So that's what we're hoping for.
Anthony claims he stabbed Austin Metcalf in self-defense.
He said he did what? He said he stabbed him in self-defense. Self-defense. Now, why are y'all not listening to an honor roll student? Why are y'all not listening to a student who saved a young boy? Why are y'all not listening to this student here? Now, people, hey, look, I already know that I'm going to ruffle feathers with this hot take, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm not here to make friends with everybody. I'm here to get you to think. I'm here to get you to see some of the double standards that are out here.
Metcalf in self-defense. His attorneys say their first priority is getting the 17-year-old who's been in the Collin County Jail for more than a week released on bond.
Our next big step is Monday. But he's doing as best as he can under the circumstances.
Part of what they hope will convince the judge to lower the bond is their client's young age and his lack of any previous criminal history. Meanwhile, the church, which
look, exactly. He has a lack of criminal history. He has good grades. No, he's never done anything like that.
Hosted a vigil for Austin Metcalf, has had to curtail student activities because of online security threats. Both the victims and the suspects' families also report receiving online harassment and threats. In one case, a fake 911 call sent police to their home. In a statement to CBS News Texas, Frisco's police chief tells us online threats of violence towards any person, business, school, or church are criminal offenses and will be investigated.
And of course, both families are getting, they're claiming both families are getting death threats. But I've heard from some of the FBA brothers that, Karmelo is definitely getting hit with death threats from racist bigots. He's definitely getting hit with a lot of death threats. His family is.
Making false statements to cause alarm or emergency response is criminal and will also be investigated. Those responsible could...
Look, I see people upset. Look, this is what I'm saying. Look, a lot of people are going to be angry. One guy says, somebody touched me, so oh Lordy, I'm such an oppressed black. I'm so effing fragile. White person touched me, so I killed him. Well, look. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't care what race you are. Now, let me ask you this. If it were two black children that approach another black child in Texas and the young man screamed self-defense, would you even be worried about this story? No, you're making it about race. You wouldn't even address this situation. You're making it about race, not me. I'm just saying that they were bigger kids. I'm just saying that he felt threatened and he defended himself. Keep your hands to yourself or get packed up. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but this is Texas. This is stand your ground. How y'all going to dictate what stand your ground is when it come to us? But if it's anybody else, it don't matter. See, it's a lot of people who are upset because they like white supremacy.
Face a third-degree felony and punishment of up to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. It's reprehensible people who are committing such acts surrounding this tragedy. We are coordinating with Hope Fellowship related.
Somebody said putting your hands on the shoulder does not constitute somebody do. Listen, why didn't he go get the coach? How do you know he put his hands on his shoulder? Where did you see that at? Right now, I'm talking about that this young man has a good chance of winning the case. We wasn't there. We didn't see what happened. I just want I just want my young brother to win the case so he can get a second chance at life. That's what I want. I want him to win the case so he can get a second chance at life and keep running track. And that way, all that money that was fundraised don't go to waste. And at least this young man could get another chance at life. That's what I want to see happen. I don't even care what happened. How about that? All I know is he got a good chance of winning. Now what? And I know the law. The law is on his side. All he needs is the right legal representation.
To the security of the.
Somebody said when Zimmerman shot Trayvon after getting punched, these same people defended him and donated millions to him. Exactly. Double standards.
The upcoming service for Austin Metcalf. In Frisco, J.D. Miles, CBS News.
That's right, CBS News. And look, we got some breaking news fresh off the press, too. We got breaking news fresh off the press. Look, Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony's GoFundMe has been removed and donations returned after thousands of complaints. His Give Send Go is still active with 230,000 raised. They are fighting to have it removed and reimbursed. Also, this young man was defending himself from a bully. Look at this. Now, since when GoFundMe just going to start removing people's profiles like that? All of the scam artists that are out here. Hold on. Let's go here. This is wild. Hold on, I got more. Now I'm going to just highlight this. Several GoFundMe campaigns were also started on Anthony's behalf, but those were deleted due to the platform's term of service. GoFundMe prohibits fundraisers for the legal defense of violent crimes. Any GoFundMe donation that were made will return to the donors. So he needs that bond lowered. He gonna need that bond lowered. Y'all hear that? Y'all got to lower that man bond because the system ain't playing fair right now. They ain't playing fair at all. So all of that fundraiser has been returned. Telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. You see how they do. Do y'all see how they do our people? This is a 17-year-old young man fighting for his life after defending himself. And now they're still, first of all, you're innocent to proven guilty. So when did GoFundMe come up with this law? He didn't change the rules on GoFundMe. How it of listen, he's innocent to proven guilty. He's innocent to proven guilty. You ain't gotta like what took place, but it's self-defense. Yeah, it's self-defense. Yeah, it's self-defense. Y'all can be mad all y'all want. That's self-defense. Hey, they should have never put their hands on him. You keep your damn hands to yourself. It's simple as that. It was raining outside. He was sitting in an area he can sit. They ain't have no business moving him in the first place. He didn't have to go. He didn't have to move. He didn't. Let's see. Somebody says disgusting fatherless behavior. So self-defense is disgusting fatherless behavior. Self-defense. Texas. You put your hands on me, that's it. Already 2 witnesses said they approached him, they touched him first. When he got in that police car, he was like, look, is he okay? I was just defending myself. He said the first thing he said was self-defense. You think that, so let me get this right. You think this young man went to school that day with a knife planning to go kill Austin, right? And thinking to himself, yeah, I'm going to go kill him, and then scream self-defense. Yeah, not keeping your hands to yourself is fatherless behavior. That's real talk. You think this young man said, I'm going to go to school today and I'm going to go kill somebody and scream self-defense? No, that ain't what happened. He defended himself, and he didn't even know he killed Austin. Why was he charged with capital murder? Why wasn't it second degree? Why wasn't it manslaughter? If the first thing that came out of this young man's mouth was self-defense, it should have been manslaughter off the break. But y'all not hearing me. Should have been manslaughter. Right off the bat, manslaughter. He innocent. OJ ain't do it. Michael Jackson ain't do nothing. Bill Cosby innocent. All that. And feel how you want to feel about it. Feel how you want to feel about it. Feel how you... Hey, look, I know I'm pissing some people off. All that. Bill Cosby ain't never poisoned nobody. All Bill Cosby did was try to buy a network. But Diddy, that nigga's guilty. That nigga Diddy's guilty. It's like, nah, man, I'm messing with y'all. But for real, like, man, come on, man. We all seen Diddy football kick that woman, bro. We seen him field goal punt that woman. We Diddy guilty. They say Diddy did it. Did he do it? Yeah, he did it. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, man, self-defense. Somebody said buddy bought a knife. It's Texas. We don't know what kind of neighborhood that young man lived in. He could have had that knife because he lived in a bad neighborhood. Kids carry knives. Little boys, teenage boys have knives. Teenage boys have knives. They have brass knuckles. Teenage boys keep switchblades. Somebody said, watch Judge Joe Brown. He said the same thing, Breed. I'm just saying. It's Texas. Stand your ground. You put your hands on me. Hey, listen, you put your hands on me. I can lay you down. I can send you to the spirit realm. You put your hands on me in Texas, I can send you to the spirit realm. That's just the law. That's the law. You can feel how you want to feel about it. You keep your hands to yourself. I got every right in the world. If I'm sitting in an area where I'm minding my business, I'm watching the game just like you watching the game. You don't want me sitting here. You better go get somebody. You don't want me sitting in this area around y'all, right? I'm watching the game just like y'all. You don't want me sitting here. Go get somebody, go get security and have them remove me. Because if you put your hands on me, I can send you to the upper room. It's Texas. I can banish you. I can banish you to where lost souls go if you put your hands on me. It's Texas. It is what it is. Somebody said Austin's privilege made him feel safe. Hey, man, I don't know. I think it's sad that Austin lost his life. I think it's messed up. But by law, if we just going what's on the books, if we going by what the situation was, the fact that he did not engage those guys. They engaged him. They approached him. They approached him. If you put your hands on me, I'm watching the game. I have every right to defend myself. Those guys are bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? They approached him. They could have rushed him. We don't know what happened. All we know is one of the guys didn't make it out. It's unfortunate. It could have just been a fist fight, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, he used that knife. It's a tragic situation. Nobody's happy about it. Nobody's happy about it. But what I'm saying is, if you sitting there watching the game, minding your business, and somebody try to remove you, and you don't know, and they trying to take physical, listen, they take any physical measures whatsoever, and they cross that boundary of touch, and they lay hands on you in a threatening manner. Because remember, the brother said there was words exchanged, meaning it was some force going on. The young man felt threatened. He got the right to defend himself. Self-defense. I know. A lot of people not happy about it, man. It's self-defense. It's self-defense. You know, you F around and you find out. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. That's how it go. You in Texas, you keep your hands to yourself. I keep my hands to myself. And, you know, it just happened how it happened. But y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. I know people going to be, you know, upset. You know, people going to have things to say about this. But, hey, you know, it's unfortunate what took place. But I believe that Karmelo has a good chance of winning. He has a good chance of winning the case. Anyway, it is what it is. Shalom and peace.